There's this idiot on YouTube. There's an idiot on YouTube disrespecting Thanksgiving. Let me play the video.
Somebody said, sadly, a lot of people choose to remain asleep. Most grocers that I'll pass by are extremely crowded for tomorrow. Yeah, then you got this damn Thanksgiving, all a lie. You got this Thanksgiving holiday, and that holiday, everybody's about to be celebrating. The mass majority don't want to see the truth that this holiday is about the slaughter of another people, the indigenous people here. People celebrating their own slaughter. How many of you black folks watching right now got people in your family that say, you know, we got Indians in our family? By show of ones, how many of y'all have heard that?
Commercial break. There's a lot of ads on here. Hold on.
I see it. What if I told you you are the Indians? Let me show you how strong the delusion is. Now, all of y'all, now, the same people who put one in the chat, who said that you got people in your family that say, you know, we got Indians in our family. If you heard that before, the same people who said that, by show of twos, show me how many of your family members are celebrating Thanksgiving today or tomorrow, whenever it is. I think it's tomorrow or the day after. But how many of your folks is celebrating Thanksgiving? I see the same faces. Now, listen. Wow. Now, okay. So let me get this right. The very same people who said that they family said y'all got Indians in the family, they the same ones celebrating Thanksgiving. That's interesting because it's common knowledge. This is not something that you got to dig real deep to figure out. This is not something that you got to go above and beyond. The white man, that's how we're going to title it. That's how we're going to name it. Pulled up on the shores of the Americas and slaughtered us. And I say us because we are the Indians. We are the Indians. That's right. Now, what they do in these photo ops is they show you different skin complexions of Indians, but we do come in all skin complexions. We are the indigenous people. Now, that's what they won't tell you, that there's Indians, so-called Indians that were here that are darker than I am. And I'm a chocolate brother. They darker than I am. So don't let these people lie to you. Yes, the Seminoles, the Chickasaw, the Cherokee, the Bariquata Hindus, darker than me or my complexion. So look, don't let these people fool you. They were copper colored. And the Blackfoots, they call them Blackfoots. Their feet were black. Now look, they came over here. They slaughtered us. Not all of us. They slaughtered us. They celebrated by having a feast after giving us smallpox blankets. You see,
So you see what I'm talking about? There are idiots on here disrespecting Thanksgiving. Talk about some. It ruined their family time. There was like it ruined their religion of Thanksgiving. Well, that sounds like a you problem, right? You're the one who decided to join that uh Israelites, black Israelites church thing. That sounds like a you problem. Not all of us is suffering what you suffering. Thanksgiving, there was some religion stole my passion for Thanksgiving. That sounds like a you problem. Back to the tape.
Paper pilgrim hats, except for that one kid that has to either be escorted to the library away from the other kids or sitting off in the corner working on a completely different project. And the attention is shifted to them because naturally the other kids are wondering, well, why can't they participate? Why can't they make a turkey too? And when a Jehovah's Witness kid tries to get answers from their parents, it's typically those same vague lines. Something like, oh, well, that's a worldly holiday, and we're different from the world, or we're thankful every day, not just one day a year. But to a child, that never feels satisfying because those answers do not explain why gluing some feathers to a paper cup to make a turkey is a wrong thing to do. And that feeling of having to explain a rule that
me, and so I'm just going to explain it all right now and tell you why I do not celebrate Thanksgiving. Yes, I know I say Thanksgiving instead of Thanksgiving. I'm weird. Kim here with some real talk, revealing my secrets. If you're new around here, be sure to subscribe for some laughs and motivation, usually. Today is different because I am annoyed, so I have to get all personal and vulnerable, but usually I'm a little more inspirational and amusing. I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. No turkey, no traveling, no family get-togethers, nothing. Okay, let's do this. This is my grandpa. He was in the Navy. He was a successful business owner, and he really took care of his family. This guy raised me. He was my in-home father figure, a very important man in my life. In the fall of 2009, his health took a drastic turn. In fact, a few months before that, I had quit my job and moved across the country to be home because I knew my time with him was limited. Sometime in November of that year, he went into hospice care. He had already been in the hospital for months, and he was going to have to stay there until, the end. With it being November and him in hospice care, he really wanted to spend Thanksgiving with his family. After doing some
everyone, this is Dr. Sean, and I'm back with another video, and now you know. So I'm just here to get a couple of goodies for us to eat tomorrow because everything's gonna be closed. I'm at the store. Let's see what we can find. As you can see, I'm just dressed.
There's another ad on. Hold on.
About Thanksgiving. What are your thoughts on Thanksgiving, and how do you feel about its connection to Native American culture?
Well, I don't agree with Thanksgiving, to be honest with you. Just from the stories that I was told from my grandfather and my elders, we shouldn't honor or celebrate Thanksgiving, just based on the history itself and like the real history behind it. I know there's like books and whatnot that teach you the history about it, but unfortunately, that ain't the truth. And I know a lot of my people back on the reservation don't, but then there's a lot of them that do. So I don't know. It just depends on what you believe in.
So the history I know is that the Pilgrims came over here and they actually had a good relationship with the Native Americans, at least at the first feast. And to my knowledge, the Indian and Native American warriors outnumbered the Pilgrims like 2-1. And they had a feast for 3 days, and that was the story. And now we can look back on that and spend time with our family, have food, have gratitude and gratefulness for the harvest, and just spend time together. So I guess I would ask is, what is the real history? And even if that is the real...
So why a certain YouTuber on here said that religion robbed him of Thanksgiving? I mean, if you ask me, if religion robbed you from Thanksgiving, my dude, that sounds like a you problem. I mean, it's your fault. Nobody else's fault but you. You know? Sounds like a you problem. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Back to the tape.
history. You know, what is the problem of our version today where we celebrate all of the good things?
I think the problem today is you're celebrating something that, like, okay, I understand, like, the harvest and whatnot, and the showing the gratitude. The real history behind that, and what the colonists actually wanted, was our land. They wanted our ways, or you know, pretty much just our land, and take everything that we had, or we already had established here. But I think that was just another a tactic of like, you know, just for us to trust them. And once you gave us some good food and whatnot, and you know, you won our trust, you know, we turn our back, and you just, you know, stab us behind the back and take, you know, just kill our women and children.
I want to push back a little bit because I want to have the discussion. So again, to my knowledge, the Native Americans also brought 5 deer to that first. So it was an exchange of food. And, you know, we can talk a lot about the bad that happened in the history, no matter what we're looking at. But from my perspective, right, the Native Americans were killing and slaughtering each other from tribe to tribe for hundreds of years.
That's actually what.
No, they were peaceful before the white man got here?
That's actually true. Before the white man came,
It was all peace.
yeah, it was peace. We never fought against each other like that. We had our rules, we had our regulations, we had laws. Now, when the white man came, yeah, we started fighting each other because of the white man, and because of the things they started, you know, doing and whatnot. Back then, it was more respect, it was more honor towards each other. But the white man wants to tell you, even in their books, you know, that, oh yeah, there was fighting, there was this, there was scalping. No, there wasn't. That's just a lie. That's what they wanted. They want you to know that. They want you to believe that. So we're misguided by these people, and we believe it because they wrote it. You know, they're the victors, so they're gonna write the history and whatnot. But when you talk to our people and our ways, and you go to our reservations, like, none of that was around. You say that because, you know, you read it from a book. You read it from these history books, and these people who wrote it, they're covering up their lies.
It seems like today the Thanksgiving that most students celebrate, that most Americans celebrate, is positive at its core. And even if they don't know the history, whether that's the history that you think is correct or the history I think is correct, it does seem like a positive holiday where people can get together with a family. And that's something that you, me, anybody, everybody of all skin colors and backgrounds can be grateful for and enjoy on that day.
I can see that for sure. I can see the positiveness in that.
Anyway, but the first video of this live, when some dude on here said, religion robbed you of Thanksgiving, that's your fault. You should not join that Black Israelites church thing. That's your fault. That sounds like a you problem. So yeah, get your shit together. Fix that nappy hairline of you call dreads. Yeah, get that shit together, bro. Like, you hate everything. You don't like Christmas. You don't like Halloween. Be like demons and all that devil stuff. Like, bro, like, we don't want to hear all that. Get over yourself. and you said there's no other YouTube channel that's better than yours. I can name you three. NW NWO is better than your channel. Ringos. NWO is better than yours. The conspiracy YouTube channel is better than yours. And Logan Paul's podcast streams is better than yours. And the WWE channels is better than your BS persona agenda about Thanksgiving. Nah, if you don't like Thanksgiving, keep your opinions to yourself. If a certain holiday ruined your, if a certain religion ruined your Thanksgiving, that's your fault. Keep your opinions to yourself, shut your mouth, and get off of YouTube. So, bye. Stay mad. Bum.